Good afternoon. It is Thursday, January 21st. Skipped yesterday, just kind of hung out in front of the computer after work. Well, not much. Today, she called in sick from work. I was having some stomach issues. And it's been a few hours and I'm feeling normal-ish. Really, I've kind of had stomach issues coming up for a couple weeks, probably. And that seems like a weird thing. You see, probably a little over a month ago, I mentioned, since I started using the humidifier, which keeps the air inside moist, and makes it where my throat doesn't hurt as much. It definitely solves some issues. But I pointed out it was causing condensation on the glass. And because I knew from last spring having to clean up mold in the channel, the base of the door, that, the risk was that it was going to cause mold to grow there. And I was like, I'll need to keep an eye out for that and be prepared to clean it up. Well, I've been keeping an eye on it, and I noticed a couple weeks ago that there was definitely some mold starting to grow. I didn't clean it, because it's a pain in the butt to do. Anyways, at this point, it's just making me sick, so, whatever. I'd normally be working for another couple of hours. I'm starting to feel better. I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm actually going to clean it so that hopefully the issue stops. Because, I mean, even on days where I managed to work for the last couple of weeks, I've still had upset stomach, like right around the time I wake up. It usually resolves itself very quickly and I move on. Today it didn't. So rather than risk it continue to be bad, I'm going to pull out the vinegar and I'm gonna get it cleaned up. And now I sort of remember why I might have hesitated for as long as I did to clean that, because of course that stirred it up, and oh well, I'm feeling better again, cleaned up, got all the mold is obnoxious, let's just say that. But yeah, so I got things cleaned here. I clean up the track there, and because it's winter, I was also able to open the door and clean the track without worrying that bugs were going to get in. And these are basically dry. The small one actually has been sitting out there the whole time. I never brought it in after last spring when I cleaned it. But I was like, might as well clean it again and bring it in now. There we go. So, significantly less mold in my house now. And hopefully that means that moving forward, I won't be sick to my stomach at all when I wake up. I mean, kind of like, partially it was okay. I took care of it today because it got bad. However, I've been meaning to get around to it for a bit now. See, now for a while, I couldn't. Because when there was the Christmas tree in the way, like, it's just not reachable. Because I'm all laying on the floor, stretching underneath the bed, and it's just a lot of work for that. And I'd originally intended to maybe get the tree down this last weekend and then try and do it then, but I didn't end up getting the tree taken down until the middle of this week. So then I guess that moved the plan to clean it to this weekend, but, well, it started causing more problems before then, so I took care of it now. Okay. Now I'm hungry. I don't really, I mean, I guess I've had some handful of, like, candy. So I at least had something, but I haven't had anything. And then I started working on cleaning that up. And until I started feeling better from after that, I was like, oh, not wanting to eat then. I don't know. I got stuff to make buffalo chicken dip. I could do that. But I'm also feeling mighty lazy and feel like I just want to go pick something up, so maybe just do that. I don't know. And I decided to go pick up Little Caesars because it's easier. And it is nice out. It's like up in the 50s. It's sunny. It's a nice day out. And I got the stuffed crust pizza because it's the one that I am least likely to feel complete regret for having gotten. Because at least that's delicious. Probably should have just cooked something with the food I got here. But I've been having a lousy day and I don't feel like it. I wanted there just to be food ready for me. So I bought some. Don't judge me. And eating a whole pizza the afternoon following a day of stomach problems probably wasn't the wisest decision. It's not easy to find someone who cares. It ain't easy to find magic in pairs. And I spent some time talking on the phone with Mom, just talking, praying about things that are stressing me out. She's got plenty of things stressing her out right now, too. 'Tis life, I suppose. Otherwise, started, catching up on the most recent Critical Role. And we got news today. They finally arranged a partnership with WizKids to do minis for the Wildemount setting. Although it seems instead of doing like a blind box of minis, they're going to do a series of like visible boxes, like, preset cases, which is fine, I guess. Not my favorite. Just because it will probably, it will end up being more expensive in the long run. Oh well. But still cool that they'll exist. And no real, none of the cast characters in the sets announced so far, though there are, I think an NPC or two that are in it, and then there's, a number of monsters that we've seen during the series in it. Otherwise, a lot of stuff from the book. And they basically said they're going to do more sets, which theoretically means there's a decent chance that eventually they'll do a pre-painted Jester. And, the other characters. Those two. And I've decided I am going to make the buffalo dip tonight. Even though if I'm only going to be hungry enough to eat a little bit of it, at least then it'll be made. And I got the chicken. I got a chicken last Sunday at Costco, but it's not really a Costco-sized chicken. It's tiny. They didn't have big ones like normal. They only had the small ones that I associate with when I have to get it from Walmart. Which means I'm probably only going to get one batch of dip out of it, but oh well. Is what it is, And I made some more buffalo chicken dip. It's been probably a month or so. Quite nice to have. Though I wasn't very hungry. But it'll get me through because I was a little hungry. And it's a great thing to make when really the goal is to have a lot of leftovers. Because it makes great leftovers. So I have that. And it's just about bedtime. And I'm quite ready for it. I slept a good portion of my day. But regardless, it's getting close to bedtime and I am exhausted. Ready to sleep again. So, hopefully I'll have a better day tomorrow than I did today. Hopeful that with all the mold cleaned up out of the track, and because I cleaned both sides, I think I even really probably did a better job this time than I had even done last spring when I tried cleaning it. I also did this with the assumption, belief that I will have to do it again in another month and a half. So I'm just sort of mentally preparing myself to the effect that this is not over. I will do more of this. This is just to get me through. But for now, I'm tired. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues.